everyone, welcome to this month's YouTube Hop with all of the members of the design team at a cherry on top. This month we're going to be focusing on die cuts. I have here P13's Forest Tea Party collection, and I have all of these beautiful decorative tag die cuts from that line. So we're going to use a whole bunch of them on this layout. We're actually going to end up using that one entire package of them. These are the photos I'm going to be scrapbooking today, and I'll tell you a little bit more about them later. And this is the background we're going to be using today. It's also from that Forest Tea Party collection from P13. And I'm just going to decide where I want to put my photographs first. And then I'm going to grab the 6x6 paper pad, which I also have. And I'm going to grab some patterns from there that will match and go with my photos. And this paper pad is a 6x8, not 6x6. My photos are 3x4, so I chose two patterns, this light blue and then a dark kind of foresty green. And then I'm just gonna back these two photos. The background paper I've chosen has this fun little already printed illustration. And so I wanna kind of nestle and pop my photos in into that illustration so that illustration can become part of the page. I also know that I want to add this memories banner across the bottom, and I'm going to flick through this one. So this decorative, there's three die cut packs in this collection that have like these banner shapes. One of them has words, one of them are these long skinny ones, and those have like designs or illustrations on them, and that's the one we're going to use all of today. So I'm going to grab all of these long skinny banners, and I'm going to pop the middle of the holes as I go, and we're going to use all of them. So these are double-sided. If you don't like the illustration that's on one side, you can flip it over and get another kind of fun, more plain pattern on the back. So one side has like a pink gingham, and then the other side has more illustrations. I almost wished that I had more so that we went all the way across the page, but that's all right. We're going to be just fine with the ones that are here. Next up, I'm going to take this little is this the cut apart piece? Oh no, that's the packaging. So I used the entire package of those tags, and the packaging had this fun blue gingham on it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna cut this down, I'm gonna put this with the collection, we're gonna use it later. Now these are larger banner pieces. We are not going to use them as banner pieces. We're actually gonna hide the banner part kind of underneath our photos, and we are going to use them just as layering pieces, and they work really, really well for that. The next part of the layout I'm going to work on are these banners that I have across the top. So I'm tacking them down to my page, but I'm leaving the tops where the holes are completely open. And the reason for that is because I want to take some of this hemp cording and weave it in and out and around the banners. I will leave a link to this in the cherry on top shop down below. It can be a bit hard to find because it's not. So when I look at it, it's this like beautiful off-white oatmeal colored twine, but in the shop it's not listed as twine. It's called hemp cord, I think, and you get this really big roll of it. It's very inexpensive, so I will definitely leave a link to that hemp cord down below. And you can also check out the P13 collections down below. So this one is Forest Tea Party. I have to tell you, P13 is quickly becoming one of my very favorite manufacturers, and quickly becoming one of those manufacturers and designers that the new lines come out and I just need it all. They have this amazingly gorgeous line right now that's coming out I think next month, that's called A Garden of Books, and it's stunning. It's in the pre-order section, and this collection is also in the cherry on top shop, so you can check them out. But yeah, so what I did was I've weaved the hemp cord through all of the banners. It's still attached to the main roll. I pulled a little bit, pulled some through. I have my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. I'm making some fun little curly cues and kind of pushing the end of that hemp cord down into that curly Q. And then we're going to embellish that a little bit more later on. But for right now, I'm just going to tack it down, wait for the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to kind of hold on to the hemp cord so that it will stick. And then at this point here, I'm going to pull a little bit loose from the main roll. And then I'm going to, again, kind of let it naturally curl. It kind of naturally wants to curl, which is perfect for what we're going to be using it for. And then I'm just, again, hold it down till it just gets tacky. And then once the adhesive's got a hold on it, I'm going to do one more little curly Q around this with this hemp cord. Just one more little curly Q on the end. While I kind of get that tacked down, let's talk a little bit about my photos. So these photos are going to go into my heritage album, and they tell a story. So when my grandmother passed away, as many of you know, if you've been around my channel a lot, you know this. If not, and you're new, and I know we have a lot of new members, I'll just kind of ramble on with this story while I complete my layout. So both my grandparents lived with me for many years. We converted part of our house into an efficiency apartment for them, my husband and I. They lived with me for about 10 years. My grandmother passed away at the end of 2018 after a rather long battle with cancer, and I nursed her right till the end. She passed away in my house, in her bed. So, and then my grandfather passed away in May of 2019. So when my grandma died and we were going through all of her things, I found these 2 recipe boxes. And inside these recipe boxes are handwritten recipes. So they are her recipes. Some of them are recipes that she tweaked, and some of them are recipes that she probably copied from other recipes or other people, but they're all handwritten. I still have these recipe boxes. I have no intention of getting rid of them. In fact, I've actually made some of the recipes that are on them. But when I found them and was feeling very kind of nostalgic, I snapped these 2 photos of them. One is of just a handful of the handwritten recipes, and the other one are the 2 recipe boxes. So that's what my journaling is going to be about. I cut that journaling piece from one of the cut apart sheets that is in the collection, and I'm going to grab a Muji pen now and go ahead and do all of the writing and pretty much just tell the story of, these recipes that I just told you about. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab these Kelly Perky Paper Person from the Paper Person shop, these beautiful Piglet alphabet stickers. They're fabulous. I had so many of them left from my December Paper Person kit that I kind of set them aside because I knew they would come in handy, and I'm going to go ahead and do my title with them. My title is going to be A Heritage of Good Food, which I thought was appropriate. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some stickers now, just some smaller embellishments to my page. So there are 3 sheets of stickers that go with this collection. They're all quite lovely. I'm going to grab a couple of phrase stickers here that are appropriate to the subject matter. And this page will go into my heritage album. So I have an ongoing kind of heritage album project. If you go into the playlist on my channel, you'll see a playlist called Heritage Layouts, and you will find lots of videos there telling a multitude of stories and things like that. If you go to the first one, or the oldest one on the playlist, you'll find a little bit of a background as to how I store that my heritage pictures, the original copies, and all those kinds of things. And you can check that out if you like. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some more phrase stickers. I'm just kind of, like fleshing out my embellishments here. I feel like I don't need a ton of embellishments. I don't need a ton of things added here, but I would like to include a couple of the stickers that are appropriate, and then also a couple of these circle stickers. There's a whole sheet of circle stickers, and that is going to add something different to my layout that isn't paper and that isn't just like a rectangle. I really do love how I was able to pull in the illustration that's already printed on the paper. I'm going to play with adding a banner here, but it doesn't really quite work. I don't want any more banner shapes. We have that all at the top. And I wasn't able to get one that would kind of just nestle in above my title. I do decide that I want to add these circles over on the right and make them, I'm going to pop them up and kind of make them look like they're attached to that hemp cord. And I really like that. I think that it adds that little bit of something to the end of that banner so that it doesn't look flat or too empty up in that right hand corner. And I think it turned out really, really cute to have those little circles kind of attached to that swirling end of the banner. And that is where we are going to call this layout done and finished up. Be sure to head down to the description box below and check out the other 3 members of the Cherry on Top design team, Laura, Erica, and Natalie. They are fabulous designers and you will not be disappointed with their take on using up die cuts. Bye!